Well, you were found not guilty. You were able to walk away. But when you look at the internet, there's all these Young Dolph fans who still feel like you actually did it and you just had a good lawyer. I've seen some of these like threats online and so forth, which I'm sure you have as well.
Correct.
Do you feel there's a credible threat against your life?
Well, I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna sit up here and be naive and say that I could drop my low and everything gonna be peaches and cream, you know. But I also take into account that I have had conversations with certain people, important people, that understand what actually happened. Does that radiate over to everybody in paper route? I'm sure it possibly, I'm sure, no, hell no, you know. But the people that I feel like that's important, I think they know what happened and they know me as a person and they know everybody's seen it, that Cornelius Smith was just sitting up there just lying, saying shit that with no factual basis, just trying to get himself out of a jam. So to answer your question, I mean, I'm sure, you know, you got some people out there that would love to see me harmed or hurt, or you might even have a few out there that might feel like they tough enough to do it themselves or whatever, you know. It's not, I'm not wired to run from anything or anybody. I'm not saying that in a cocky way. Just how I was raised. My grandfather always said, and I think your buddy Terrence Gangster Williams says it all the time, you start a fire, I put it out.
Mm.
And so, you know, with that being said, you know, I'm not looking for any trouble or whatever. You know, I hope everybody could, you know, just get past it and accept the not guilty verdict. You know, I know how to move. I'm 45 years of age for a reason. You don't make it to 45 in my environment for no reason, you know. So with that being said, you know, I think everything will be okay, you know, so.
Well, I will just say this, because over the years I've interviewed a number of people and I've talked about beef in their cities and they've said almost the exact same words. I know how to move. FBG Duck said that. Mo3 said that. A lot of people said that. And ultimately end up getting killed in their own city for not moving. Is there a priority for you to move out of Memphis?
It's something that I want to do. I mean, I was wanting to move out of Memphis prior to this, you know what I'm saying, this situation even, you know, happening. It's still a goal of mine. It's just because, you know, I outgrew Memphis a long time ago. So, you know, am I leaving Memphis tomorrow or next week? No, I'm not. Am I hiding from anybody? No, I'm not. Is it a goal of mine to move me and my kids from Memphis, Tennessee at some point? Of course it is, because I don't want to raise my kids here. You know, I don't want them to have to experience the things that I experienced growing up as a kid. It's better places to live than Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, especially in your case.
Yeah.
Now you're actually wearing a shirt that means something.
Yeah, it means a lot to me. It's a brother of mine, Kendrick Watson. He was actually, he wrote a book. It's called I See Everything. It's about the same prosecution that I just went up against. You know, he was framed with fabricated evidence, thrown in jail for 45 years. Everything, all the evidence from just everything in his case, from the box that was sent to his home, everything was fabricated, all because he put a lawsuit on the city of Memphis. And I just want to wear this shirt because, you know, he's going through it. You know, he has a clemency coming up. And, you know, he helped me throughout this process from jail, you know, and he was telling me from day one, don't take a day, you know. And,
you didn't take his advice, though.
Yeah.
You signed that 10-year deal anyway.
He a little tougher than me when it come to being, you know what I'm saying? You know, he anti-government, you know what I'm saying? So he was always saying, don't take a date. You got Manny Aurora on your side. Don't take a date. They ain't got shit on you. And so, you know, again, you know, like I said, you know, and I was in the same situation, you know, right to this day, I stand on what I said. It was a lot of those calls that were fabricated in my evidence, because when after my birthday in September 25th of I think that was 21. Yeah, me and Justin, we had no communication for a long time. And magically, they had some communication during the time that me and him weren't even talking because of a disagreement that we had. So I understand what Kendrick Watson is going through. And I haven't filed a lawsuit on the city yet, but he did, and those were the consequences that he suffered, and they threw him in jail on a lot of fabricated evidence.